It's Night Demon right here on your Classic Metal Show with Life on the Run. And that's the way that our good friend Jackal in the chat room likes to live. Life on the Run with Night Demon, man.
Yeah, man.
I guess Night Demon recent released that live CD that they recorded at the Beachland Ballroom.
Yeah, it's not out yet. It'll be out soon, and we'll have it. And I'm sure Jarvis will come back on the show, hopefully with a better...
Are you sure?
I would hope so.
Is Jarvis a fan, man?
He is. Jarvis a fan. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah, I know. We've had him on before. We had him on a couple of times.
Yeah, I just hope he gets a better phone. Last time I interviewed him, he was on his fucking Lynch phone.
Yeah, he was on the George Lynch phone.
He was out on the beach somewhere, and it was like a combination of wind from the beach and a George Lynch cell phone. It was just, it was like, so Jarvis, what about the new Night Demon? Well, you know, it was just horrible. Just bad sound.
Yeah, I agree. All right. I shared this with you a week ago.
Okay.
And this is just something that I fail to understand.
Okay.
These guys who are rich and affluent, and they, you know, obviously they made a name for themselves through their intelligence or creativity or their innovation or whatever the case may be.
Right.
The guy that I'm talking about is the guy who has the Tesla car, Elon Musk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy is got his fingers in a lot of things. He's going to do this underground, what do you want to call, like a subway thing for L.A.
Okay.
And he's got the Tesla, as well as other inventions. And, you know, his name is all over the place.
Isn't he doing solar power, too?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff.
He's into a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple of weeks ago, and I still don't grasp the whole concept of those, what was it, Taiwanese kids?
Oh, the ones that were in the hole or whatever?
Yeah, they were in the cave, the underground cave.
Yeah, I don't know how they got there.
That's kind of, I didn't follow the story close enough to understand how they even got in there to begin with.
Let's be honest. Me and you, neither one of us were captivated by their plight.
Not at all.
I couldn't have cared less if the fucker caved in and killed them all.
Yeah, but
for
some reason this, what were they, a soccer team?
I guess. I don't know.
And somehow they ended up down in this cave under the water, and they were trapped, and it was just, you know, again, it's one of these stories that make the headlines, and everybody's like, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" You know?
Yeah. The hope. It's what was that baby way back when the
Jessica, was it Jessica? Baby Jessica. So. She was in the well.
Yeah. Every like 5-6 years we get one of these stories. Didn't we have like coal miners or something?
Yeah, the what were they, Chinese or Japanese or they were trapped in a mine.
Yeah,
and they had to dig a second shaft or something and get them up out of there. And all of these, who was it that capitalized on that? Was it Ray-Ban?
Oh.
They provided all of them with sunglasses because they'd been in the dark for so long that once they hit once they came up and hit the sunlight, that they didn't want to damage their eyes. But I think it was Ray-Ban.
You know way more about it than I do.
I mean, but here's the thing. It's these corporations that capitalize on quote unquote tragedy.
Sure.
You know, and I think Ray-Ban or Oakley or somebody, it might have been Oakley, but it could have been Ray-Ban. They capitalized on this by providing all the guys with sunglasses, because as soon as they emerged from the hole, they didn't want the bright sun to hurt their eyes. So they all came out. They emerged from the cave or the mine wearing sunglasses.
Man, do you think it's too late for me to cry about my burns to like a car dealer or something?
Well, you got to have something that's related.
Well, I could say, look, I can't deal with the climate in my car. But if I had an Acura, then I would be, much more comfortable. No? Too late?
Yeah, it's too late now, but yeah, if they could have, you could have somehow depicted you driving out of molten steel in an air-conditioned Audi or something.
Right. Why wasn't I thinking when I was in that coma?
Yeah, you could have capitalized on that.
I blew an opportunity.
Yeah, you could have signed a multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah.
And been the face of Audi.
Yeah, I could have. Boy, that would have been nice. Like, get a forever contract with one of their cars.
Right.
Boy, that would have been great.
Audi, the comfortable car. It'll even drive through molten steel and keep you cool and safe.
Hi, I'm Chris Aiken, and I've been through molten steel, but I find extreme comfort in an Audi 5000S.
Audi, the official sponsor of the Classic Metal Show.
And burn victims.
Product placement, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, a few weeks ago, these kids from Thailand, they were stuck in a cave. And so Elon Musk, who, he's into all kinds of, alternative power,
right,
and things like that, he offered to provide a submarine to go down and get these kids.
How fucking big was this cave?
I don't know the whole scope and the story of this, but the divers who were able to go down there said, well, that won't work.
Okay.
It's too big. It's too cumbersome. It just isn't going to work. It's, we appreciate the offer, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, a submarine.
Well, it was like a small personal sub or something.
How did these kids get this far into this hole in the first place? Was there like a water thing or something?
I don't know. Maybe it was low tide or something at one point, and they went down, and then the tide came in and fled.
All right.
I don't know. See, that's the whole thing. I wasn't engaged enough to really follow this.
Ultimately, you didn't give a shit if they lived or died.
More or less.
Yeah.
But anyway, this Elon Musk, who is, the guy has made a name and a reputation for himself.
Yeah, he's got a couple bucks.
Yeah. He offered services, and he got turned down.
Okay.
So he got, and I'm going to put this in general terms, he got his pussy hurt.
Okay.
And basically started criticizing because they turned down his help.
Criticizing who?
The divers and so forth, who basically said that isn't going to do us any good.
Oh.
And it was just like, bullshit, man.
All right.
So it was these British cave divers,
right,
who ultimately made the rescue. So instead of just going, okay, well, if you need my help, I'll be in the wings, I'll stand by.
Okay.
So instead, he goes on the attack and starts making quote unquote derogatory comments toward the divers, and basically making some kind of suggestions that there's some kind of deviance.
Love it.
And it was just like, dude, why are you doing this?
Yeah, he needs to just shut up and be rich.
Yeah. So he goes to social media.
Of course he does.
And he has to start berating people.
Now, am I wrong in thinking that this is the guy that in the past has had social media problems and like closed his accounts for a day or a week or something and then opened them back up? And I think he did with like Tesla. Like he had some spat before and he just closed up all his social media for all his businesses and everything else.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So anyway, giving you the crux of the story. Elon Musk seems to not only be intent on burning all the goodwill he earned by trying to help the cave rescue, but rolling around in its ashes too in a series of extraordinary offensive, now deleted texts. The SpaceX and Tesla CEO called a British diver who participated in last week's dangerous rescue mission a pedo guy.
Right.
Adding in another tweet, bet you a signed $1 it's true.
Why? Does he know something, or is he just being a dick?
I think he's just being a dick.
Well, I think about 10 million of us should take him up on his offer.
Right.
He probably would sign 10 million too. It wouldn't even hurt him. Okay. Well, fair enough.
Right. James Anderson, a partner at an investment firm, Bailey Guilford, one of Tesla's biggest shareholders, also told The Guardian, I intend to convey my predictable, I trust feelings to the company tomorrow about, Elon Musk's texts.
Yeah. But ultimately that doesn't mean anything because Elon Musk is the moneymaker, not this fucking jizzball. This jizzball has to stay with Elon Musk.
Right.
Yeah, so big deal. He's going to say, I don't like those words. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's going to be Elon Musk's response. Fuck off. Why does he care?
Musk's tantrum was triggered by an interview that Unsworth gave to the CNN International last Friday, in which he called the small submarine Musk had SpaceX engineers build as a PR stunt and said Musk could stick it where it hurts. That's one of the divers, right?
Right.
Though the submarine was intended to help the 12 boys stranded in their soccer coach navigated flooded cave passageways, Unsworth, who helped plan the rescue operation and recruited other cave diving experts, said it absolutely had no chance of working. So Elon Musk, I want to save the day. They said, this isn't going to work.
Right.
The terrain, the water, the situation, this isn't really going to help us.
Yeah. How about the time it would take to build a fucking sub? How long would that take? They're not going to build it in an hour. They had to get them kids out like right away, didn't they?
Well, I think so, but I think he just basically offered them something they already had.
Oh, all right.
Unsworth added that Musk had no conception of what the cave passage was like, and that the submarine, I believe, was 5 or 6 foot long, and it was rigid, so it would have to go around corners or around obstacles. It wouldn't have made it the first 50 meters into the cave from the dive point.
Yeah.
When the reporter mentioned that Musk had gone into the cave on Tuesday, Unsworth said he was asked to leave very quickly and also should have been. The rescue mission, made even more challenging by monsoon season, claimed the life of a Thai Navy SEAL before all the boys were saved last week. This is not the first time that Musk had clashed with a member of the cave rescue team, as a confirmation came in that the last group of boys and their coach had been freed on July 10th.
Okay.
The head of the rescue mission, I can't even pronounce this guy's name, told the reporters, although Musk's technology is good and sophisticated, it just wasn't practical for this mission.
Okay.
In response, Musk dismissed the credentials of that diver who led the Joint Command Center according to the operation, and is former acting governor of Chiang Rai, the province where the cave is located. In a tweet, he said what is this guy's name?
Smith?
I can't say it. Was described inaccurately as a rescue chief and is not the subject matter of the expert. So Musk injecting his thoughts here. He's just like, this guy's not an expert. He's not a rescue chief, and blah, 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 blah.
Well, neither are you, car maker.
Well, again, that's the whole thing. It's just like, I'm Elon Musk. I have pull.
Yeah. Well,
and when they said, we appreciate your offer, but this just isn't the right fit for what we're trying to do here. And he said, fuck you guys. You're a pedophile. I mean, really, that's what it boiled down to. It's just like, screw you.
Yeah. He got all fucking upset.
Yeah. So after all that, then Elon Musk apologized.
Well, of course he did.
Because, he was out of line.
Right.
Elon Musk said he had spoken in anger after Unsworth ridiculed the mini submarine he had commissioned for the rescue effort as a PR stunt. His actions against me do not justify my actions against him. And for that, I apologize.
Good for you, Elon. Here's the real question. Why in a situation where you're trying to do goodwill work would you get into a pissing contest?
Yeah, because his feelings got hurt. It's just because he, certain people who attain certain status in life, whether it's accumulate a lot of money or maybe you've had success with your product or maybe you've been very innovative. If somebody kind of like, I don't know, poo-poos your thought or your vision or whatever, it's just like you're being insulting to them.
Right.
So you have to go on the attack and insult them back somehow.
I guess. Can't say that I can relate to that, but okay.
So anyway, because of Elon Musk's attack on this guy, Mr. Unsworth has said he may sue for being called a pedophile.
Okay, whatever.
12 boys and their football coach were rescued from the deep within a cave earlier this month after being trapped for more than 2 weeks. Mr. Unsworth's knowledge of the cave complex is said to have played a key role in their rescue effort. He traveled into the cave the first days after the boys went missing and helped bring the top international cave rescue experts to the mission.
Okay.
What did Elon Musk say? In a reply to another user on Twitter on Wednesday, referring to the article about his involvement in the cave mission rescue, he wrote that he was apologizing to both Mr. Unsworth and the company he had led. The fault is mine and mine alone, he declared. At the same time, he accused Mr. Unsworth of being untruths about his mini submarine, which was not used in the rescue.
Right.
So he just got all upset.
Yeah.
Look, I tried to help, and those guys just didn't take my help, and fuck those guys. They're a bunch of pedophiles anyway.
Right.
They live in Thailand, for Christ's sake. Isn't that where Gary Glitter was diddling little kids?
Yeah, pal.
Just got to throw some insults,
What a bitch.
I know.
My goodness.
The entrepreneur fired back with a tweet where, without Mr. Unsworth's name, he referred to as a British expat guy who lives in Thailand.
Wow.
He said he would make a video showing the mini sub making it deep inside the cave with no problemo.
Okay.
Adding, sorry, pedo guy, you really did ask for it.
Oh, my God.
Pedo guy.
Pedo guy.
Yeah.
You know what? This guy has so much fuck you money that he doesn't even care if he gets sued.
That's true.
I mean, what's the worst that he would... I mean, honestly, for calling somebody a name, what's the worst this guy would... Legitimately, $100,000?
Well, again, this goes back to what I said at the very beginning of the show when I was talking about the movie Unfriended.
Yeah.
You get a guy like the guy in charge of, like I said, Amazon, who's worth $150 billion.
Yeah.
Even if he got sued for $100 million, that's like you and I reaching in our wallet and taking out a 20.
Yeah. Here you go. See ya. Yeah, no, it's just crazy.
I mean, a guy like the Amazon guy, he probably makes $100 million in interest alone. on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Elon Musk will spend $50 million dragging this shit out to put every lawyer that this guy hires out of business.
Right.
You know, just for the fucking sport of it. Because he's got to have a few bill, right?
I'm sure he's got a lot of money. I have no idea what he's worth, but he's got a lot of money, I'm sure.
Get some coin.
Yeah. He said he would make a video showing the mini sub making it deep into the cave with no problemo. The tweet sent to his more than 22 million followers.
Wow.
22 million followers was later deleted.
Well,
no charges or complaints have ever been filed against Mr. Unworth, Reuters news agency quoted in an unnamed police officer in Thailand. Separately, Mr. Musk attack on the official in charge of the command center for saying that the mini sub had no practical use, though technology was sophisticated. Mr. Musk and Mr. Whatever his name is had been described inaccurately as a rescue chief and was not the subject matter of the, and was not the subject matter expert.
Okay.
So I guess Elon thought he was the expert.
Right.
I'm the expert here. This guy doesn't know shit.
Yeah, man. I've made a lot of money selling cars, so therefore I know everything about underwater rescue.
Exactly. How did this cave drama unfold? I guess it might answer a question.
Okay.
The boys aged to 11 to 16 and their 25-year-old coach became trapped by floodwaters while exploring the cave system on June 23rd.
Okay.
So they must have went down there when it was like low tide or something. And then the tide came in and flooded the cave.
Okay.
So they were cut out from outside world. They were not found by divers until the 2nd of July in a complex rescue operation during which a diver lost his life.
Yeah.
The 13 were finally extracted in the group over 3 days, the last emerging on July 10th.
Okay.
Mr. Musk visited the scene when it was still unclear whether divers on their own would be able to rescue the boys. He tweeted an email from Richard Stanton, one of the British cave experts, called in front the rescue, who had urged the business leader to build a capsule as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So I guess he got involved, and once he got involved and they were doing whatever he had to do, they were just like, listen, we don't have time for this.
Yeah. Beat it.
Yeah.
Beat it, rich guy.
So he got his feelings hurt, and that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. Take a walk, moneybags.
Yeah. What do you know?
Yeah, pal.
You're no expert. I'm the expert here.
I'm the rescue chief.
You live in Thailand, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, you fuck kids. That's why you want to save them, so you can fuck them underwater, right? What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Boy, you talk about a big ego, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess if you got $10 billion or whatever it is, I guess you can afford to have that ego.
I guess so.
Start believing that you're a god.
Yeah. Again, these guys need to stay off the freaking social media.
Yeah, they do.
Stay off.
Yeah.
Your name and your reputation and your product speaks for itself.
Right.
You don't need to be on social media calling names and making accusations and calling people stuff because they rejected your help.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, Elon. Elon has trillions, not billions. Okay, well, there you go.
He's got trillions?
I don't know about that. But
I don't know that. I don't know. Let's look this up real quick.
Let's see.
Elon Musk worth.
Yeah. You got it?
Musk worth. Let's see what that comes out to. 20 billion.
20 billion? Is that all?
That's it.
Shit. Sure he's fearing a lawsuit.
20 billion.
Sure he's fearing that name-calling lawsuit.
Jeff Bezos, 143.1 billion.
Woo.
Warren Buffett, $81.9 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, this fucking Facebook guy, $77 billion.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Mark Zuckerberg, $77 billion.
Yeah, he made it. He's, what is he, 30 now?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Everything I hate about the world.
Dude, the Bezos guy is amazing to me. You remember it wasn't that long ago that Amazon was on the verge of folding.
Yeah, but he took a gamble. That's the whole thing. That's how you become successful or a failure in the business world. You take a big gamble, and he was on the verge of being bankrupt.
Yeah, when it was only about books. That fucking site was going away. Remember when it was just a book site?
It was.
And boy, once they started adding stuff for sale, phew, it fucking exploded.
Turned it around.
Yeah. Speaking of guys that take risks, what's the name of Rick Camuglia's restaurant? Is it Paisanos?
Paisanos.
Look at this sign that he put up this week.
Where are you going to put that?
Chat room.
All right.
Look at this.
And he's a hardcore of the CMS.
Yeah, he is. Look at that sign he put up this week.
I got to love that guy, man.
Camuglia's the shit.
Yeah, Rick, if you're listening to the show, and I know you do, we love you, man.
Absolutely.
We do. And it's so funny because, you know, I reached out to him when he first kind of made the news.
Yeah.
And he kind of checked out. Well, no, he actually heard about us because we posted something on YouTube.
About his plight with the olives.
Yeah. So he was aware of us, and he heard us talking about him, and he reached out to me first.
Right.
And we had him on, and he wears a CMS shirt, and he sent me a shirt, and
yeah,
you know, and I see him post on the Facebook periodically.
Oh, yeah.
Love that guy.
Yeah, he's what a sign.
You know, but the thing is a guy like that who has a business and he's just out there turning. I'm going to assume he has a good product.
Yeah, I'd imagine he
does. And he has a good sense of humor, obviously.
Sure.
But he knows how to just give the middle finger to the politically correct,
which we love.
It's like, fuck you.
You know, that's why Paisanos is the official restaurant of the Classic Metal Show.
Yeah, if you're in New Mexico, go to Paisanos or Albuquerque.
Damn right.
Go to Paisanos, the official restaurant of the Classic Metal Show.
Nearly every time I go to New Mexico, my first stop is Paisanos. You know, I go to Paisanos for pasta. You know, it's traditional regional Italian cuisine. You know, even President Trump agrees.
Gotta love that guy. You know, if I get out that way, I'm going in there.
You gotta go.
I'm going.
If I get out that way, I'm supposed to go visit our friend Veronica.
Yeah.
At some point here.
Yeah.
And if I get to Arizona, I'm gonna swing over to New Mexico and go to his place.
Sure.
Have to. I have to. Paisanos, it's awesome.
Gotta love that, man.
He put that in the Facebook, like a Facebook message.
Yeah.
With no note or nothing. Just that picture. So funny.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he is.
I like the fact that, you know, he capitalizes and makes money off of just, you know, taking a chance.
Yeah, he's making money off the stupidity of others. Good for him. I love it.
That's what I say.
And like you say, that is why Paisanos is the official restaurant of the Classic Metal Show.
So good. I love it.
Yep.